This house in 1956. He was working for the city at that time. But then I worked for 29 years for hearing for crippled children. No benefit. I started at 65 cents an hour. I would get off at the shrimp dock in the cold weather when November. Well, we had to get out of there. October, we had to come out because it was just too cold. It wasn't shrimping and everything else. Before we got out of the storm, we were all packing, getting ready for this disaster if it happens to hit our area, because we were told that it was truly going to hit us this time. When we started saying we better go, it was mandatory that we go. We took off, and we left up, and we went up north. And it was a sad situation because I had gathered up my nieces and some of my little friends and telling them to come along with us because we was going up to a higher ground. So they came, and we had trouble on the highway with the little girl. She is handicapped, and all the traffic that we had to go through with. My husband is 96 at that time, and still is until February coming up. It'll be 97. When I came back, I found that the house was truly a mess. I had a big tree limb that was on top of the roof all the way to the bottom of the house. And the come through, like you see the walls and stuff, all that was just spread it out, just kicked out, so ceiling tile and all that was just ceiling tiles leaning and holding on, and all in the front room. All that when we came in. I called my insurance. They sent out somebody to investigate it. They investigated and they gave me $10,000. When I went to FEMA told me that they would pick up what my insurance left off because they was not going to give me anything until I used up the money. So I used up the money, got all my paperwork, I got all this, everything that I had, I still have it, brought to FEMA, and they looked at it, and they said, well, go ahead, do what you have to do. I did. They did I had 2 roof levering. Not a roof, levering the house. I had 2. The man that did the roof for the top, he did the levering, but he did not do a good job. And another man came out. So I paid him, and I paid that one. FEMA wanted all the receipts and paper, and I brought all that to them in Beaumont. And they looked at it, and so they told me, well, Miss Glover, we'll help you. But you have to bring us a bonded contractor. And the bonded contractor ended up to being, you have to let me do your house, and then I'll give you a contract. Other than that, you will not get us to give you a contract saying that bids, because that's what they wanted. Mm-hmm. They were giving everybody that was in disaster a FEMA trailer. So that was one of the parts that they were helping me with after the house part didn't go through as expected, because I was expecting them to just come out and maybe get, help me find contractors and bond them in and do what they had to do and let us go. But it was not like that. They said that was my responsibility to do. And the people that was doing the bidding, the contractors in this area now, they begin to get smarter. If you're not going to let me do your house, I'm not going to give you a bid. And when I told FEMA that, he kept telling me that's what I had to do. I got into the trailer, and I was so frightened. And my husband right now, he still is kind of like, he is not too keen with the trailer. But we are thankful because we are here, and we kind of like, what you say, like when a person is guarding your property, be kind of like a guard on the property. And that's what we experiencing now. I was trying to make ends meet, payday to payday, Social Security, not very much. And I would go out and pick up cans, and I piled up 2 little trays of can up in there, mash them and put them in the corner. You might see them when they come in. And they would come right up there and take them and go on by their business. All I want is a livable house right here. Is what my goal is to live right here. I don't have too many years to go. My husband don't have too many years to go. Why go in another place or move to another area? Even though I am afraid of what I told you a minute ago about the stealing, long as you're here, they're not going to bother you. But if you leave, they're going to do what they want to do. So I'd rather just stay here. And I ask them if you all can just help me get my house livable. I was telling them the other day when they said FEMA said they're going to have to pick up the trailer. I said, what I'm going to do, I'm going to God. I'm going to get on my knees and I'm going to ask him to let me call the gas company. I have an old stove left in here. Check my gas out and check all around to see if I have any leakage. And I'm going to move stuff around and I'm going to live in my house. This is where I'm going to be. I'm hoping to die here, sir. I am hoping to die right here. Because I don't see no other way. This is what we work for. 69, 60 cents an hour. That's where it went. Paid for it. Lord blessed us.